This video is brought to you by my new album entitled Dougal's Treats. It's full of hummable melodies, bluesy riffs and the occasional bit of virtuoso flashy stuff as well. If you enjoy bluesy rock guitar with memorable tunes and solos that wail like a banshee, then check out the links in the description. The premium version includes all of the tabs for each tune, videos and jam tracks as well. Thanks for listening. Now on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. This video marks something of a return to work for me in terms of making YouTube videos because I've had a couple of weeks off from doing them. You haven't noticed because I made sure I had enough videos all sort of done and dusted and uploaded and ready and scheduled to go out, so I could afford to take a couple of weeks off. What I've been doing in those 2 weeks off, I've been finishing off a book that I started last year, How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar. More on that later. And this video is sort of a little bit of a teaser of that book because there's a chapter on double stops in there, and one of the example solos in that chapter sounds like this. So yes, there were quite a few little double stop runs in that little piece there, and my aim today is to show you how to be able to come up with those kind of things for yourself. Here's some information. Here
is the explanation.
Right, so the chord sequence I was playing over was C sharp minor, F sharp minor, E, going to a B, coming back to the C sharp minor, then A, then B, before coming back to C sharp minor again. Now, all of those chords come from the key of C sharp natural minor, which is the same thing as the key of E major, but it's the relative minor. Just basically the chords in the key of E major, but we're focusing on the relative minor, which is C sharp minor. So that's the scale we're going to be using as the basis for everything we do here. And if we look at how that scale maps out along the length of, in this case, the second string, we get this sequence of notes here: C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A and B, and then back to C sharp again. The first type of double stop that you can create is basically where we pair each one of those notes up with the one a third above it. What do we mean by a third? Well, let's count C sharp here as note 1 and then count up to note 3. 1, 2, 3, that's an E. So the C sharp and the E are going to be paired up together. If we count D sharp as note 1 and go up 3, 1, 2, 3, the D sharp and the F sharp are going to be paired up together. Count the E as note 1, 1, 2, 3, the E and the G sharp are going to be paired up together. So that's basically the bones of any kind of double stop or harmony part that you would care to name. Obviously, we can't play two notes simultaneously on the same string, so we have to locate the kind of thirds on another string, and the E string is the obvious place to do that. And what we can then do is create some bonds between those notes that look like this. So we get the C sharp and the E, we get the D sharp and the F sharp, the E and the G sharp, the F sharp and the A, the G sharp and the B, the A and the C sharp, the B and the D sharp, and then back to the C sharp and the E again. So you can go like that. So those are C sharp natural minor thirds. Have a go mapping out those pairs of notes on other strings. Good way of exploring the fretboard. So what we can do now is move on and find another way that we can create double stops. Same principle, but just a different number of scale steps between them. Let's move the scale itself. You notice I'm not starting necessarily on the C sharp E. It doesn't matter. All that matters is the notes that you're playing. So I'm starting the scale here on the D sharp at the first fret on the D string, and we're going D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, there's the root, then up to the D sharp again. Some people might say that this means that it's not the same scale, it's a mode of the scale or something like that. Well, to be honest, the way I view it is that as long as the chord sequence is centered around that C sharp minor tonality, then you're going to be hearing it as a C sharp natural minor scale anyway. So there's the scale there, and what we're going to do now is buddy up each of the notes with the one, not 3 scale steps above, but with the note 6 scale steps above. So we'll go D sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be paired up with the B. So that note and that note, the E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is going to be paired up with the C sharp, and so on. You're just basically maintaining that parallel interval between the notes that you're using. So that would look like that. There are the notes there. So the D sharp, and let's join them up again. The D sharp and the B, like this. The E and the C sharp look like this. F sharp and D sharp. G sharp and E. The A and the C sharp. The A and F sharp, I beg your pardon. The B and the G sharp. The C sharp and the A. And the D sharp and the B again. So you get there we go. There are some C sharp natural minor sixths. Again, see if you can locate these on other strings, maybe like this. Like that. Good way of exploring the fretboard. The technique I'm using here, by the way, you probably noticed, is hybrid picking. I'm using the pick to play the lower note in each pair, and then the third finger, this finger here, on my picking hand to play the higher note in each pair. And in terms of the left-hand fingering, I find it works really well if you just play the lower note with the second finger. And then when we move up, we can drop the third finger to there like that on this string. And then when we've got to go to this shape, you can swap that out for the first finger. So it's that kind of movement as you move up, just kind of bouncing between the first finger and the third finger on that string there, but keeping the second finger constant on the lower string. So there you go. There are some double stops, some thirds and some sixths in C sharp minor. Now we know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. Hello chaps, I just want to butt in for a moment here to tell you all about my new book, which I'm really rather proud of. It's called How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, and the title really does say it all. It's everything you need to know to be able to play melodic rock lead guitar. We begin with all of the basic entry-level techniques, how to do string bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides. If you need some guidance with that, then it's all there for you. Or you can skip forward to talking about the notes we need to use, starting with the pentatonic scale, the caged system and its alternatives. We look at note targeting, we look at the major scale, modes, arpeggios, exotic scales like the harmonic minor. We look at how to create harmony guitar parts, how to come up with your own licks, and of course you get all of the shapes, fingerings and patterns that you need to bring all of this to life on the fretboard. There are 98 pages of plain English explanation and tuition, over 100 pages of tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats. You get all of the necessary jam tracks and over an hour's worth of video content in demonstrations and tutorials to accompany all of this. Sound like something you're interested in? Check out the link in the description. And as always, you'll find a full tab for that solo at the top of the video in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, that explanation you've just seen, and the jam track to play along with yourself. That is all up on my Patreon page. There's the address. Link in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, it's $3 or about £3 a month, and you get access to all of these additional goodies and resources that go along with these YouTube videos. And of course, a massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. And also for my wonderful Patreon subscribers, if you decide to check out a copy of How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, then there is a 25% discount code available up on Patreon. I posted it when the book was initially released, but I'll put it up on the Patreon post for this video too. And that is all I've got for you today, folks. Hope you found the video useful and informative in some small way, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about stuff. Basically, that's all it needs to be. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.